Alrighty, folks, we're back in the throes of March Madness. The Aggies already pulled off a first round upset. We're flying high, but that's not the reason we're here. We're here for the Black Crows, a pound of feathers. Now, this artwork is noticeably improved over the last album, although it's still on the skimpy side. Black Crows have really been slacking on the album aesthetics. It comes with a little fold out here. Says Chris Robinson singing, lyrics, Rich Robinson guitars, bass, singing, Cully Symington drums, Erik Deutsch keyboards, Mackenzie Adams and Leslie Grant singing. So this is their 10th studio album. Second one since they got back together in 2024. Get my shit together. Alright, so the album kicks off with the Profane Prophecy. It's got cool slide guitar, intro, kind of Rose Tattoo meets Aerosmith feel to it. Chris Robinson still sounds really good, spitting out the lyrics with the expected attitude he normally has. Plenty of cowbell and backing female vocals in this one. And then the song closes out with the line being repeated, a pound of feathers or a pound of lead. So that's the closest you get to a album track here, if I didn't say that the name of the album was called A Pound of Feathers. Cruel Streak is your next track. Very Amorica era feel to it. Maybe a little crunchier. The guitars are really crunchy on this album. Really up in your face and really forward in the mix, which I personally like. Hard hitting tune, but the chorus is a little on the weak side. Get a couple of tasty guitar solos in here from Rich. Not known for being a soloist, but according to that sheet, he's doing all the guitars on here. And while there's not any really extended crazy guitar solos, which you wouldn't expect from Black Crows anyway, he does a really good job on all the guitar solos. Next song is Pharmacy Chronicles. This features some, speaking of guitar, doing all the guitars, features some acoustic guitar and sounds like some pedal steel. Sounds like a track you could have found on the Warpaint album. Slower, moodier piece, and it even has some Skynyrd flavored piano flourishes in it to my ear. The next track's called Do the Parasite. It is sadly not an homage to Kiss. Another crunchy kickoff with the guitars. Very Three Snakes and One charm to this track. Has a real high energy chorus, enhanced by the female vocals and some really potent keyboard playing. A favorite track of mine on the album. Probably my second favorite track on the album. Then we get our second track of the year, titled High and Lonesome. The first one being the High and Lonesome, found on Jay Buchanan's solo debut from earlier in the year. And funny enough, this song actually sounds like it could have come from a Rival Sons album. Punchy acoustic guitar, female vocalizations, even the guitar solo. They all kind of have a Rival Sons feel to them, and some of the more slower Rival Sons type tunes. But it closes out with this really melancholy violin, which I didn't see anybody credited with a violin. Could have been a cello, but either way, I didn't see anybody credited with that. And that goes straight into the track Queen of the B-Sides, which opens up with what it sounds like a steel acoustic guitar along with the accompanying piano. And I'm pretty sure this is Chris Robinson and Rich Robinson duet on this one. It doesn't sound like it's just Chris's vocals layered. Really short number, shortest on the album. It only comes in at just over 2 minutes, like 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Then your album's right back in your face with the track It's Like That. This one has a very Southern harmony and musical companion feel to it, but with the crunchier guitar that has been synonymous throughout this whole album. This track features two of Rich's longest guitar solos and some of the most blistering solos on the whole album. The groove keeps going with Blood and Regrets. Very Led Zeppelin type feel to this track, especially with the guitars and drums. And then you even get some John Paul Jones keyboard landscape filtering in, and there's a little mandolin thrown in too. Sounds like a mandolin. You Call This a Good Time is your next one. This almost has an old school AC/DC style riff to it. Chris has got a very Mick Jagger-esque vocal delivery on this track too. Sounds like something you could have found on the By Your Side album. Then Arrows Blues is your penultimate track. Stay away from the big words. Starts off with an almost Steppenwolf styled acoustic guitar and organ before the classic Black Crowes riffing kicks in. And then your last track is Doomsday Dogger, and we're back with the Led Zeppelin style feel on this one, especially with the guitar and the drums. Sounds very inspired by When the Levee Breaks. Maybe with hints of Get Your Wings era Aerosmith thrown in for good measure. And Chris, of course, is delivering the vocals with his authoritative snarl. So I'm gonna give this one 8.25 out of 10. I like this one better than Happiness Bastards. I think I probably gave Happiness Bastards like an 8 out of 10. But this one pulls from all of my favorite Crowes albums. Chris's vocals still sound great. Like I said, Rich does a great job with all the guitars. Like I said, there's acoustic, steel acoustic, pedal steel, mandolin. There's all kinds of different strings on here. And he plays bass too, which he does a solid job on the bass. The drums are really solid. I mean, they don't stand out in any particular way, but they're really hard hitting and really in the pocket. The keyboards too, a variety of keyboards, organ, Hammond organ, piano, keyboards, and they're all used very tastefully across the album. I mean, does it sound like a Black Crowes album? Yeah. I mean, is there a little something missing? Sure. But I mean, it was always Chris doing the vocals and the lyrics, and it was always Rich writing all the riffs. So yeah, I mean, it sounds just as close to any other band 36 years into their existence. So yeah, really solid, really good album. I mean, that's one thing you can say about the Black Crowes. Consistently good. 8.25 out of 10. The Black Crowes, a pound of feathers. All right, you guys have a good one.